Welcome to this war of mine. This is a new game, released indie game, which with a particular genre mix, you could say. So instead of explaining, as I always suck at that, we simply start the game and survive. There we go. This is the game. You see, it's black and white all over, with interesting aesthetics, you could say. And this is our house, in which we start. And these three people are our characters we can play. So it's panning. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It has been years since government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease, and shelling. Katja met both Pavel and Bruno before the war. She used to be a reporter. While Bruno had his own television cooking show, Pavel was the star of the local football team. Katja even interviewed him once. Now they meet in dramatically different circumstances, looking for food and shelter. And this is a game. So, I don't know if it can pass, doesn't seem so. So we have at the top left, we have our day, we have our time, and the temperature. It's 17 degrees Celsius. Don't know what this is for you American, probably something like 60 for 86 Fahrenheit. And we have our things, which is simply nothing. Some sorts, our shelters, one depressing, ugly ruin. We should do something about it. We only have one chair, we lack beds, and we have to sleep on the floor. It's hard to get a good night's sleep on hard, cold concrete, and the condition of those who are sick or wounded may drastically worsen. We don't have a radio, we don't know what's going on in the city, we really miss books. A good book could help us forget the horrors of war. Staying here is slightly better than living on the streets. We lack coffee and cigarettes. We have breaches in the wall, our shelter is not safe, and we have to constantly be on guard. And here we would have all our items. So we have a little bit of an overview, what is going on. So we live with these three people in this house. A civil war broke out, so there is some fighting on the street. Can I move the camera? No other way. So panning is the way to go. Right click and drag and drop, good. So yeah, the civil war broke out. Enemies are fighting each other, and we are normal civilians. This is another take on a warlike game. Or you always have something like a soldier, a commander, you issue orders to troops, or you try to kill people. Here, we try to survive. With simple people like Pavel, Bruno, and Katja, which have different skills, as you see. Pavel is the fast runner. We have Bruno, which is a good cook. And Katja, which has bargaining skills. And she has a little debuff or stuff, which tells us she's slightly sick. And we had here the information that the condition of those who are sick or wounded may drastically worsen if they sleep on the hard, cold concrete. So the first thing we are doing, we are going to get our people and we are going to get these things going. So this is the door. He will try to open the door. But we can't. The door is locked. So let's try here. So we have different symbols. In the meantime, I will issue some orders for all my peoples for the time being. So, we have different symbols. We have the door, so this means there's a door. Oh, we have some items. We have some herbs. What are herbs? Various herbs can be used to make herbal medicine and roll up cigarettes. And then we have materials like parts and sugar, clean water and electric parts, which we can use to get some, to build some stuff. There's a crafting system, so we can always grab all. This is more or less our house. We can have that all in our little chest, which probably is somewhere. And this is the beginning of the game. We have some more earth, we have some more wood, some components, and we are going through our little house we have here and try to scavenge everything we can. These little hand symbols are scavenging spots. Doors are simple doors, and it wouldn't be nice if you didn't pan always over there. Don't need to see that. So this door seems to be locked. So some doors are locked. Some parts are inaccessible because we have some rubble. This is rubble. And you see, rubble is blocking the way. So we have to get rid of the rubble. So we have a locked... Oh, this is a barred door. Someone used some planks to stop people from entering the stores. So get these out of the way. Go to scavenge this. Sometimes the doors are locked with keys. Sometimes doors are inaccessible because someone blocked them and stuff. So we have a locked door here. We have a locked door here, which we can see. We have a barred door here, which gives us access to the bathroom, which we don't need at the moment. And you saw that, first off, let's go and get to the store, that he told us that if he would have a shovel, it would go faster. So you can have tools. A shovel helps you get rid of the debris. You can have lock pockets. Oh, there we go. Oh, open the door. Get rid of this rubble. Yeah, you can have... you can get tools to open doors. This is the main door which goes outside, so sometimes people will come knocking on the door and asking us to let them in, to bargain stuff, sell stuff. So this is the one part. We have to... There we go, we have a lockpick. So we can now get one of these doors lockpicked. Now we see this little cabinet is locked, and this one. I don't know why I see that, but I see these. As soon as I got the lockpick, probably a little bug, but okay. Not all that important. So you can't go in there. So instead of going there, let me show you. This is a crafting system. So we can craft beds, chairs. Better sit on the chair on the floor. We should build to make the place more like a home. There we can get a simple heater for raising the temperature, a radio to see what's going on outside, a crude stove to get some cooking done. We can get a moonshine still for some alcohol, metal workshop for more items to build, a rainwater collector for water, and then consumables which need fuel for cooking stuff, filter for gathering water. So the first thing we should make is a bed. And the night approached. Okay. There we go, the night. You can change. So this is the day part. You scavenge your house, you fortify stuff, you build stuff, you do other stuff, cook meals, feed your people, maybe bandage someone, get some status stuff away. And the night is not transitioning. There we go. And this is the night part. So we have 3 people. We can give them different stuff to do. We can tell them to sleep in bed if we have one. While at 2, we can get 2 people to sleep in bed. We can get them on guard, so if someone goes into our house and wants to scavenge our place, she is going to be there and simply defend. Or we can go scavenge. Now, to scavenge we can only scavenge with one, as you see. The thing is, we have Bruno who is a good cook. So he's good at cooking, not at scavenging. And we have 10 backpack. This means how much space we have for items. We can have only a limited of items in one space from our backpack, like 4 wood as example. So we should take someone who has more backpack space. Now we have Katja, who has good bargaining skills, which is probably useless to scavenge. And we have Pavel, who is a good runner. So he's probably the best to scavenge. Now, she is slightly sick, so she should sleep. She should be on guard. Why, we will see next day. And he should sleep. I don't need 2 on guard for the time being. I only need 1. And we can now see where we can go. We can go to the Quiet House. We have lots of food, lots of mats and lots of parts. We have the Ruined Villa, which has food, a ton of materials, a ton of weapons and a ton of parts, or to the Abandoned Cottage, which has food, materials, medicine, weapons and parts. Now, we have some flavor text at the top. The family barricaded themselves in this house, but despite their efforts, looters got inside. It has been abandoned ever since. Still, we might find some useful things. So this is probably where no one lives. We have the villa. They say some people still live here, against all odds. So we probably have to fight against them or steal stuff from them without getting caught. And the Quiet House is housing estates that remains almost untouched. It's a calm area of little houses with porches and gardens. Most of these houses are still inhabited. People are trying to lead normal lives there. We've got nothing to look for there unless we are willing to steal. So the first thing we probably want is the abandoned cottage. And this is our backpack. So we can get some stuff, take some stuff with us. Like if we had a weapon or the lockpick to pick some locks if needed, or a shovel to remove debris. Stuff like that we could take with us. But we don't really have. We will use the equipment during attack, as you see. But we don't really have stuff we can really use, so let's simply scavenge. For every item you take with you, you lose 1 backpack slot. So you I can't take as much with you as you would if you would not have a backpack slot occupied. So we got some stuff, we got some gunpowder, some parts and some components, which is good. And we have some more to scavenge. You see the vision effect, we can only see what we really have vision of. And we have some more materials, a ton of stuff, wood and more wood. And you see, we can only take 2 wood per backpack slot, 4 components per backpack slot. So your inventory is limited, to say the least. Now we can go in here, or we can simply take a look. The longer you take a look through the door, the more you can see. So instead of going through there, we are going down here because we can scavenge some stuff. And you can see if there's something there. You can defend yourself with a fist. However, you are going to do that against some people that are maybe equipped with weapons. Maybe not. So we have more wood. We can take 2 more woods. So we have 1 slot remaining. Yeah. So I want to look into the rest of here. There was as you see, there's something there. We hear something, which means we should probably be on the lookout. So, and if you see, if I scavenge this, I have a little area where I make some noise. Oh, we have what did we took? Homegrown tobacco, Oh! Homegrown tobacco for makeup. Not nearly as good as the real thing, but we can grow it ourselves. We have some fertilizer, organic waste that we can use as fertilizer in our garden to grow herbs and vegetables. Oh! We have a ton of stuff. We have some books, so we don't have a weapon, so we are going to take books, because as we know, books are pretty good. We can get this away, we can get some fertilizer. So as I said, we don't have a weapon, we don't need these parts at the moment. And let's get one material, go away and get some smokes. Some roll-up cigarettes. Now we are full, we have everything full. Now as you see, with double click I can run. If I do that, you see I have a huge sound wave which gives my position away. If there was someone who could attack me or hear me, he could look into where this comes from, as the same thing as I saw there. There was something that made some noise. I don't know what. I could look, but I did not. I decided we got a good haul. Now we are back, and now we get a status screen. What happened? Pavlo had been searched for supplies. This is what we got. And nothing more happened. No one was sick, no one tried to rob us, nothing happened. So, we now have Pavlo who is hungry and tired. We have Katja who is hungry, slightly sick and tired, and Bruno who has slept poorly and is hungry. So everyone is hungry. Not all that wrong, because we did not eat stuff. We got no food. Okay. I don't know, so I don't know how to make a garden. So I'm walking around here outside because I don't know what could be here. So let's close the door. Never leave the door open in a post-apocalyptic scenario. So we use the lockpick on the door and we can now go in here. So here's this. No. Go. Remove that. Now Bruno has nothing to do. You go and build stuff. Now you can run. There's no reason not to run inside our own house. And we are going to build a bed. So we can place this bed. We are going to use this little area down here as a bedroom. Yeah, it has the most space. We're going to place this bed, so he is going to build the bed. Now we have different stuff we can do. Here we can access our medicines if we need. Here we have our food when we need to access that, if we have some food. And we have, this here is to upgrade our house generally. So that is the important thing later on. In the meantime, we are building at least, in my opinion, 2 beds. So in the night one can sleep, and in the day the one that stood guard can take his sleep, and most definitely the one that was scavenging outside. So they can sleep through the day, and the one that slept through the night can, stay on guard, look around what stuff is going on. So we have the second bed. As I said, 2 beds, in my opinion. You could probably be okay with 1 bed and simply swap out every night, so everyone can sleep, every second night everyone can sleep in the bed. So we got rid of that rubble. So getting rid of all this rubble is probably the best thing to do. We got another lockpick and raw food, which is good. We got some more water, and we got the jewelry. Wow, I'm so bad. So with this we can barter. We have the book. We have the better. If times are hard, we can make them into fuel. So you can use books as fuel if needed. Now we have a lockpick. Now you see we have a bunch of stuff which is locked. 1 lockpick here is not enough to get to this. we are going to get this rubble away. So this one is probably the best place to lockpick. So we are going to do that. And we build our second bed. Now I think that would be the best moment to stop this episode. Next episode we are going to cook stuff, if we have the materials for that. And we are going to see what we have to do, or what we get in the second night. So don't forget to subscribe, share, like and comment, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.